Hi. Oh, what's up? How is everybody doing right now? All right, cool. I'll give it a couple minutes for people to trickle in. Welcome to Fancy Flex. Very fancy. For anybody who's interested in actually taking class today or just not watching, do you guys have any requests or anything? Thank you. Very silly. Any requests? We're taking requests for things and stuff. Otherwise, we'll hit a little bit of everything. I'm going to do a special focus on backs today, since right after this, I'm going to be performing and Let Them Eat Cake. Ooh, shoulders. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, if you want to come and hit that up, shoulders and splits. Roger that. Hello, hello. All right, cool. I'm going to give it one more minute. If you guys have anything you want to grab, I have this big mat back here that I'm going to be working on. But if you want to grab a little dish towel to put underneath your knee or something, you're welcome to grab it. Or if you have any other slidey things, feel free to grab it. Dish towels are also going to be good for any kind of face things, if being on your chin. And I think that's about it. If your body's telling you to back off, listen to it. You are the foremost expert on your body. I am here on a video. Unfortunately, I can't actually go live with anybody because I'm going to be back here most of the time, but I will definitely check out on the comments. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them, and I'm happy to answer to the best of my ability. And without further ado, let's do this thing. So, first thing to start, sitting down, is put your booty on the floor, sit in some kind of comfortable position, and take one hand to each knee. And then try and sink your elbows into your sides. And just kind of alternate flapping the elbows out and then rolling them back in. Next time your arms are into your sides, try to leave them there to the best of your ability. You don't need to zip them in like a crazy person or cramp up your lats or anything. Hi, but you also don't want to have them be splatting out here. So we're going to take a big breath, make our spine nice and long. And as we exhale, we're going to alternate pulling our ribs in. Trying to pull our belly in. Keep pushing out all of that air. And one more time, use that breath to make your spine really long. And let it go, ribs in. And belly in. Try and keep all of this little belt engaged. And then roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Try to pull those elbows into your sides. And then let them go. And then try and drive your elbows down past your hip bones. Send them down to the floor. Hi, friends. Long spine. And let it go. One more time. Shoulders up. And let it go. And elbows down. Long spine. And let it go. Shrug your shoulders into your ears, and now try and pull your shoulder blades together in the back without pinching them together. We're just trying to make a little engagement happen so we can keep our collarbones nice and broad. So if you go up, you roll them around. You feel a little bit of spice right between our shoulder blades, but they shouldn't feel like they're cramping quite yet. And let it go. One more time, roll it up. Take it around to the back, and then start to follow it all the way through until you're at the bottom of your shoulder shrug. And let it go. Pull the shoulders up to your ears, and then try and pull the heads of the shoulders together at the front. You should feel the space being created between your shoulder blades and your front of your chest starting to engage. We're not punching, we're just kind of pulling these together. And let it go. And roll your shoulders up to your ears. And forwards, and now again, flip all the way down to the bottom. And let it go. Use these 4 points to make a shoulder circle. So we're going to start at the top, roll it around to the back, down to the bottom, and forwards. Check in with what your ribs and belly are doing. And reverse. put your shoulders back on straight. Try to keep everything from here down really neutral. Long spine, especially through the cervical vertebra. Take your chin to your chest. And then leading at the back of the head, we're gonna unwind through our straight spine. And then try and pull the head back to jet your jawbone up to the ceiling. Keep going back and forth. So I think we're leading with the head going forwards. And then unwinding, leading with the back of the head to go back. And then do the same thing, just looking right and left. So we pull our head to the right, and up to the center, and left. Make these motions very deliberate. We don't want to try and crank ourselves into anything that our bodies aren't ready to handle. And then same thing, ear to shoulder, over to the right, and up to the center, and left. Check in with your torso. And check in with your arms and your shoulders. Find all four of these points and start to turn it into a head circle. So we go forwards, right, back, and left. Next time you're at the front, we're going to reverse. Next time you're at the front, go ahead and stay there. Put your head back on straight, and then leaving your hands on your elbows, see if you can find a little tuck and tilt of the pelvis. Just rocking back and forth over your sits bones. We like to make this movement happen from below the rib cage, so we're not popping our ribs forwards and backwards quite yet. Show you from the side. Take one or two more rocks forwards and backwards. And then take the same forwards and backwards motion into your rib cage. You can use your arms a little bit to help you. I'm going to pull your ribs 2 inches forwards and allow my ribs to go 2 inches backwards. And then take the same thing, side to side. Nice and long, ribs to the side, right and left. Go ahead and bring your ribs all the way back to the center. Now we're going to tilt our pelvis back, pull our ribs forwards, and then take a little shoulder roll. So we roll it forwards, up, and back. Use this shoulder circle and engagement to try and drag your ribs through your arms. If you want to add your neck, you can. So we pull the head back, and then jerk the jawbone up to the ceiling. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep pulling with your arms, and then start to drag yourself forward. Gentle knee to nose, nose to floor. And then tuck your pelvis around and elbow one vertebra at a time, coming all the way up back through vertical. And start by tucking your pelvis back and keeping your shoulders again rotated out, our little chicken wing situation. And then keep rolling back. You can kick your feet forwards, but start to make your body a nice round dish shape. If you want to take your chin to your chest here, you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull everything all the way back up through the center. Let's try this in a slightly faster body wave. So we roll it all the way up, drag it forwards, and then around, and through the back. Rinse and repeat. Next time you're coming back to the center, you're going to reverse. So we kick it back, and then roll it all the way up. Round, 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 round at the very front, arch. And when you can't arch anymore, really finding this moment, refine that scoop. So we're lifting like a wave almost up and over. Round, 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 round. And bring it back. Take 2 more like this. This is 1. And 2. Good. Next time you're coming to the center, stay there. Show you from our beginning. So we're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to make a nice little V shape. Flip water off your hands for a second. And then grab the air, emphasize the in. And then make a fist with your hands, just roll out the wrists. See if you can start to stir through the air like it's sand. And reverse directions without making the shoulder or the elbow rotate. And now spread your fingers nice and wide. Pretend like your whole arm is one long piece. So we're not flapping from our elbows doing a jazz hand. We're gonna rotate from the shoulder. So we're staying nice and long. Everything is nice and still here. And we roll the head, shoulders forwards and backwards. This is closing the door. This is opening the door. For now, we're just trying to roll like within the joints, like shoulder socket itself, not taking the whole arch and around. Keep going for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your arms up to a T, same idea. Roll the head and shoulder forwards and backwards. Even if it's a tiny motion, you want to feel this working. Just rolling in the socket, nothing else going on in the body. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your arms up to a nice Y shape. They're not all the way up here, they're not all the way down here. They're making like the YMCA style Y shape. This is gonna be, the external motion is a little harder here. So like don't sweat if it doesn't happen as far as it did for the other two options. Ribs are in, we roll the head and shoulder forwards and backwards. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring arms all the way back down and take the wrists together, give them a little circle out. Switch your thumbs, switch your fingers, circle it out the other way. All right, now the body's allowed to move. You can add the head if you want, otherwise you can kind of keep it in like head in line with the rest of your torso and your rib cage. So arms are out to the side. As we round forwards, we roll it in. As we open up, we take our arch. You should feel like your chest is starting to point up to the ceiling. Maybe if it doesn't, that's what I was thinking about doing really hard. You know, start to make it a little bigger. We're trying to pull the pinkies together in the back, then pull the pinkies together in the forward. And work your way up to the T shape, rounding it out, and arching it out. And up to the Y shape. Round in the front, arch in the back. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Maybe back in the front. We're gonna take our right hand down. They're like a little spider hand, so it's not like flat palm unless you really want it to be, in which case you do you. Our left hand's gonna sweep out to the side. We're gonna open our doorknob and drive it up until we have our Y shape. Pull the ribs to your left for a hot second, and then start to spider crawl your right hand out. Don't leave that hand behind you. Keep it like next to your hips or slightly in front of you so you have the space to take a little bit of a side twist in and out of this first baby side bend. So I'm gonna push with that bottom arm. I'm gonna reach up with that top arm and take my spider crawl out to my side bend. My elbow finds the floor, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just keep your arms nice and long. Now we're gonna close this whole top side by pulling your wrists together, then opening it back. Keep pushing, nothing crazy, but just enough to make sure we're not collapsing in the shoulder, through that top arm. If you wanna make it a little spicier, you can start to drop this elbow at the bottom, maybe trying to think about tap that hand to the floor. If it doesn't go, don't worry about it. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody go ahead and straighten that arm, reach that top arm out, and then reach so hard that your whole body has no choice but to come back up. Take the opposite hand to the floor, same thing, open up your doorknob, show me your Y shape, and then pull the ribs to the side. Big reach up and over, spider crawling that bottom hand out, making sure we're not closed nor open, and start to alternate closing and opening. No line, yes line. Round spine, straight spine. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you're down, stay there at 5, 4, 3, 2, hand comes down, straight arm, reach out, cartwheel all the way back up. Take your hands, interlace them out in front of you, push your hands straight away, and take your round spine straight forward. So my head's gonna come in between my arms. I'm gonna push like I'm pushing something straight out in front of me. And then I'm gonna lead with my pinkies, trying to again rotate my armpits down towards the ground. If this isn't possible for you, you can make little antlers. Again, we're rolling it in, pushing it out, head comes down, and then leading with the back of the hands up until we have our hollow body, yeah? If my arms are a little bit further out in front of me, that's cool. I'd rather have that for now than be like, yeah, here. So take some little pulses with the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you are, release. Find that big Y shape, open those arms all the way up, bodies are nice and hollow, and bring it all the way back to the center. Uncross your legs. If you want to put something in between your knees like a can or a yoga block, you can. Otherwise, we just want to make sure that our legs are like maybe hips width apart and that our knees are directly like in front of our toes. So they're not like in here, you're out here doing any kind of other weird thing. Make sure you have some space behind you. Then take your hands underneath your thighs, slide them all the way up, and use your arms and that arch to try and pull your knees into your chest. Find a lot of compression here. And your head, look up to the ceiling. Now we're going to unwind, starting with the pelvis. Slow, 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 slowly working our way to our hollow body. It is a lot. You can hang on to your legs, keeping the legs forward, and really pull your belly in. Take that extra exhale moment. Keep sliding down until just your shoulders are 1 inch off the floor. And then either with or without arms, roll it all the way back up. Take your arch. 2 more times. If you want extra spice, you release your hands or keep your arms all the way over your head. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it out. Lift it up. Last one like this, all the way down, all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it all the way up. And let it go. Cool. Recross those legs. Take your right hand down, other hand sweeps out, open your doorknob, reach all the way up and meet me back in your side bend. So our bottom arm's gonna stay straight. We're gonna pull the shoulder back and take that top hand, pushing, rounding your spine down towards the floor. You can frame this leg that you're kind of turned towards. If you're ready to go into like a half straddle, you can slide this leg out too, or slide out to your full straddle. All of these are options. I'm just gonna demonstrate option 2 for the sake of brevity. So this bottom hand's down. I'm pushing, I'm starting to pull this opposite shoulder back. And then keep pushing out. See how far you can slide out before your body starts to untwist. Once you've found that spot, the back hand stays right where it is. Your other hand is going to sweep out, 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 out. Open up through your side bend. Then try and pull that shoulder back. Look up to the ceiling without collapsing the shoulder. So keep pushing and rotating through that bottom arm. Keep tracing that top arm back. Once it hits your side, you're going to take a big engagement and then take it through the front like you're tracing a big circle. Next time you're at the bottom, reverse directions. So we're going to sweep it back, unwind, and arch through the top. Being extra careful with the rotation of the shoulders and how that connects to the rest of our body. Next time you're at the bottom, stay there. Bottom hand stays right where it is. Your opposite hand's going to sweep all the way around to go back to your side bend. Now option 1, you can hang out here and just try and engage and hang out on your side bend. Option 2, open your doorknob, scoop that armpit forward and reach. Option 3, clap it out, slice it out, scoop it out. Whatever you're holding, hold for 10, 9, 8, opposite bone on the ground, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift it up. And let it go. If you took a leg out, switch your legs. You had no legs out, don't do anything. Reach out, hand down, open your doorknob, open it up, and take your side bend. Now start to close your shoulder, right armpit down towards the ground, framing this bent leg, and then push the floor away. Start to spider crawl yourself out, finding that side twist, really leading with this front armpit right here, and then making sure this hand in the back is nice and planted. Now start to sweep the arm out, open it up. Keep dragging that opposite butt cheek into the floor, open your chest up to the ceiling, drag the arm around. And as we come around, reaching out, sweeping to the front. Rinse and repeat. We're gonna do this 3 more times. This is 1. This is 2. Next time we're at the front, reverse directions. Sweep it out, open it up, and then round it back. This is 1. Check in with this shoulder right here, make sure it's not jumping into your ear. 2. And 3. Plant this bottom hand, take the opposite arm, trace it back. Biggest, juiciest side bend yet. Spider fingers, reaching and scooping, or clap it out, slice it out, scoop it out. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it all the way up and let it go. Cool. Take both legs all the way in. Meet me back in your parallel leg situation. We're going to go into a hip bridge. Hands on your thighs, reaching out, or arms up over our head. Start with your pelvis, scoop it until you're all the way down to the floor. La 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 la. Your hands can come next to your sides, and if your feet are like far away or next to your booty, try and walk them out until they're like approximately a 90-degree angle, or directly under your knees. Anywhere between like here and here is gonna be okay. Using your legs, try to scoop your pelvis 1 inch off the floor, keeping your low abs engaged, and then set it back down. Just nice and easy. Starting to find that extra booty squeeze since we were sitting on our butts. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and next time you're at the top, stay there. Now we want to think about energy coming from here, reaching all the way out through our knees. So we're not cramping our hamstrings quite yet. So keep rising up, almost like you're going to become a plank shape. Not a whole back bend yet, just a plank. Take some little bounces here. Little booty squeeze, stamping your heels on the ground, trying to go 1 inch higher than before. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 vertebra at a time, butts the last thing, come down and roll it down. And draw both knees into your chest, just using the arms, steer some circles. And reverse. And whenever you're ready, bring your feet back to the floor, slide them out back to where they started, and take a toe heel out to your regular hip bridge situation. All right, so for round 2, we're gonna flex our feet. So take a couple flexes. And try to make sure that our heels are staying nice and grounded. So, for now, toes on the ground. Stamp the heels down and roll all the way up to your hip bridge. If you want, you can start to give that hips an extra boost and walk the shoulders together by pressing your shoulders to the floor to take that extra arch into your upper back. Now, flex your feet and try and drag your heels into your booty, firing up those hamstrings. Go for 10, 9, 8, keep squeezing the knees together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and toes back down, slowly roll it back down. And windshield wiper out the legs. Draw both knees into your chest, flex your feet, and then stamp the feet straight up to the ceiling, or however close you can come at this moment in time. Now take a couple of thigh squeezes. We're still trying to press our low back into the ground and dig a trench through your foot. So we roll the toes out until we point, and then we keep pointing the toes, peeling it back to flex. So we're giving the underside of our foot an extra moment to stay engaged, so we can really feel that point happening at all times. Take a couple circles in either direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex your toes, and then use your hands to help you or not. We're gonna start turn the legs out from the side, and then turn them back in. So hands to inner thighs, turn it out. Hands to outer thighs, turn it in. Just kind of take a little leg fakey twerk moment. You want to bring the feet a little bit closer together. You can triangle pigeon-toed, and then do the same thing with your legs out to the side. Just kind of feel all of that happening, and then keep finding that thigh engagement. One more with the legs, feet flexed, and then take it one round where we point. Turn it out, turn it in. Just kind of seeing what that range of motion does for us right now. Check in with what your body's doing. The legs are okay. It's okay if they're like a little bit bouncy. Cool. Give the whole legs a little shake, and then plant those feet flat on the floor, slide them out. Our final round of hip bridges. We're gonna go on top of our toes. Be careful to not rock into like the pinky side of your foot, because that'll mean you're sickling and that you're collapsing your ankle, and that's not very good for your ankle. So really press like your first two toes into the floor whenever you go up. Same as before. Tuck your pelvis, roll it all the way up. Option to add the chest pop if you want it. Hello, but making sure that doesn't result in your ass flying back down to the ground. Now press your toes to the floor, lift your heels. And then we're gonna alternate without letting our butts collapse. Knees squeeze in, knees squeeze out. Another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Parallel the whole thing. Heels come back down, slowly roll up all the way back down. And draw your knees into your chest. If you want to rock all the way into a plow thing, you can. Otherwise, just slowly roll it out. I like to tap my hands into my butt and kind of use it to grip, make my thighs come closer to my body. Making sure that we're finding a roundness of coming back out through our pike or our tiny V. And whenever you're ready, nice and easy, become a ball, rock back up to sitting. Let's see, 7:28. Okay. Shoulders and splits. So if you have objects that you want to put underneath your hands or underneath the heels of your hands or underneath like, your forearms to give them any kind of elevation, you can. At a couch, you can stick them on a couch, but we want to make sure that we're really focusing on like what we're actually stretching. So a lot of times our upper backs, despite like not actually being that flexible, will try and like take the load. So the shoulder angle will be closed and our backs will be like, hello, yes, I have you. So whatever you're doing, make sure you're taking again that little bit of a push. Not to like dislocate your shoulder, but just enough to kind of make sure that you're keeping everything like where it needs to be. We're gonna take our hands into like more of a, start with a Y shape. If that's working out really well for you, you can walk your hands closer until they're shoulder width apart. Starting out here. Come on your hands and knees. Bend your elbows out to the side. Drag them in. Find that scoop and take that push. Now start to walk yourself out until you have not a proud pose, not a puppy pose, but some kind of weird hollow business in between. For now, our head's gonna be in between our arms. Now start to alternate by sticking your booty back, taking the arch all the way around through your body, trying to get just a little bit closer to the floor. As you push, you can feel your armpits coming closer towards your floor. For now, keep your head in between your arms. And then close your ribs, try to keep your armpits right where they started. Take a couple more just like this. Give another count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy, walk yourself back up. If that feels okay, you can take your hands a little bit closer to your ears. For the next round, we are gonna add a little bit of a head and an optional chest to the floor moment. So if that's something you're interested in, please take it. If you are happy with what we were doing before, you can take that. Your chest is not obligated to actually hit the floor. So find the floor, push it away, walk yourself or slide yourself forward. Again, making sure that we're really rotating and making our backs nice and broad. Now, as we come down, we're gonna try to look straight out in front of us without closing the angle of the shoulder. So we take the arch, hello, head comes down, and then bring it back where we started. Give another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you are, refine the top, round and come back up, and just give your shoulders a little bit of a circle. Sit back on your heels. If you want to put something up your butt, you can. It's not going to be necessary. We're not going to like actually sit on here for a long time. And release your hands behind your back, and then make a fist. Try and push that fist straight out behind you, and then close the ribs. We're going to pull our pinkies up towards the ceiling without letting our ribs explode. Checking to see if your shoulders are dropping into your ears. If so, press them down and make your spine as neutral as possible. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let it go. Now swing your legs around to the front. Exciting shoulder feelings. Take your hands, point your fingers towards your butt, and now try and zip your elbows into your sides. Press your palms into the floor. We want our elbows to be like kind of on top of our wrists and not behind them. So walk however far you need to walk to make that happen. Press your palms down, stamp the heels down, and try to scoop your pelvis 1 inch off the floor before pushing up all the way into your tabletop position. And then nice and easy, roll it all the way back down to a tricep dip. If that felt fine, you can start to scoot your booty forwards, and then try the same thing. Push it all the way up, and bring it back down. Keep going. All the way up, and back down. One more. Push it all the way up, and take it back down. Now at the bottom, take a little arch, try and zip your elbows together, and sit back into your shoulders. If you want, you can start to extend your legs out, 1, 2, or you can keep your legs together and just rock the knees side to side. Go for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick the heels forward, push, and then slide all the way up. Find an easy pike. And move back at the top. All right, so we're about halfway there. If you want to grab a drink of water, grab a drink of water. Otherwise, if you have objects, now's a great time to grab your objects. That can be like cans, blocks, roommates, tables, couches, other such things. I don't have any objects, so we're just gonna roll with it. I'll do like little hands to signify the objects and let you know when the time comes. So we just like 1,000 shoulders, upper back, lower back, business. We're gonna come onto our knees again if you need, again, the soft surfaces. Really, really good for this. If you wanna be close to a wall, being close to a wall is also a pretty good idea. Just kind of having something to grab onto in case like you go sideways. You probably won't, don't worry. But now our knees can be, again, about hips width apart. We're gonna come up onto our toes. Foot options are either straight behind you or you can come together and make a little triangle. They're not gonna cross, no cross. Either this or this. Tuck your pelvis forwards and then try to make your spine as long as you can. Slide one arm down to the side. As that hand finds the floor, we're gonna take weight into the arm, scoop the opposite arm all the way out, and then extend through the opposite side. And then come all the way through the center, cartwheel all the way back up, and then take the same thing to the other side. Big side bend, scoop it forwards, open up to the ceiling, and back to the side, knee in, cartwheel all the way back up. Okay, one more. Just going side to side, pretending there's a pane of glass on each side of your body. And this opposite arm is still lifting, we're still extending through all of our bits. Cool. Now if that feels okay, we can turn it into a full circle or continue to do our regular side to sides. So the circle version, I still want my hand to kind of land where it did before, so like I hope you remember where that was. If not, like check it right now. The hand is gonna come forwards and sweep out. So we have this nice, big, juicy, extended rotation moment. As we come around, this leg can either extend or to make it extra spicy, I can try and keep that knee on the floor by actively reaching it down. So I'm not like crunching into it, I'm reaching it away. So around, we're here, la la la, open, open, open. Now as we go around to the back, this bottom arm is still open doorknob city over here. So I push, I open, I reach. If I can't go all the way back, I'm gonna come back around the way I came, and then rinse and repeat, reaching towards the other side. If I can go all the way around. This hand is gonna come a little bit far behind you if it needs to, but just make sure that again, you're not like getting locked into the shoulder. So I always kind of bring it to my foot if you need a landmark, but it's gonna be a little different for everyone. Same entrance, reach, pelvic thrust, reach, 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 reach. Now as I open, I can take that weight to the opposite leg, go through my Y arms, and then come back around the other way to here. The reason I want you to come here is to know that you can always kind of regather everything in after you've done a big, crazy back bend. Yeah, we never want to only stretch in one direction. We want to make sure that we have options in all directions. Some other options are you can leave your arms over your head and then try and bend your legs to tap your like head to the floor. This like big dumb mohawk right now, so it shouldn't be that challenging. That looks like this. Spin around. Hello, my hands are here in case I need them. Bend my legs. Boop. And then same thing the other way. Just that action of squeezing the booty, keeping the pelvis forward, is going to give you more space to make your upper body go back. So if I'm like fully strapped here, I'm going to get less of a back bend. I might be able to easily reach the floor. If you are reaching the floor, another fun thing you can play with is, like once you're there, I'm just going to go back. So Y arms, pelvis forward. So once I'm here, if I'm like really, really far back, I'm going to squeeze my butt, pull my belly in, and then try and like do a circular thing out of it. Take another minute for that, if you like it. If you don't, feel free to rest. Let's see, 7:38. We have so much time for splits. In terms of shoulders and splits and things, is there any particular incarnation of that thing that anyone is interested in? If not, I will just kind of continue to do a lot of circles today because I'm feeling like circles today. I'll grab my little water. All right. Take another count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and whatever you're doing, make sure you're even. Go ahead, come on out of it. And just maybe back on your knees. Again, knee pad options are all very good. Again, hand options are also very good. We're gonna take our hands down to the floor, make a quick box position. Take one leg straight out behind you, and then you can bend it or just do whatever you need to do. But think about reaching and finding that circle. So that feeling of like almost twerking in and out. I'm gonna reach out. Once my leg comes out to like a little V, is when I start to achieve the turnout. Sweep, 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 sweep. Just to kind of get it out in front of you. We're not gonna do a ton of that today, but if you need a pathway, that's a really helpful one. We will be doing it in the future. Hello. Now my legs are making two 90-degree angles. I'm gonna reach my whole body forward over the front leg without collapsing. So even though this hip is sitting back, I'm lifting, I'm scooping this back hip, the one that's like this guy right here, forwards and squeezing my thighs together like it's a pair of scissors. Reach that chest forward and then find the floor or find your objects. Tuck the toe of that back leg and then take a little lift. So we have this high lunge movement. Use it to really pull your spine long. Sit everything, find that extension, and then slide that back leg straight out behind you by kicking it. Yeah, so it's that thigh squeeze and that extension that we found on the floor before. My low back is still engaged and my low abs are still engaged to kind of help support this from both ends. Take a big rock forwards and backwards. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now gluing your chest to your rib cage, not your shoulder. Squeeze it in so it comes to your ribs. See if you can straighten that leg and rebend it. If the legs come a little bit closer together, That's okay for now. If you want some extra feelings in your back leg, you can start to bend to get that under the hamstring and also drive this back heel back to get more of a stretch along your calf. Just kind of juicing it out. Be careful that your hips are not unsquaring. Do another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now with that straight leg, you're gonna plant your hands on the floor or your objects. Take that push, take that run spine, and start to slide that front foot back, bend the knees, and come back to your box. Now our other leg, that was formerly our back leg, is gonna sweep out. We're gonna trace it all the way around to the front and make our 90-90. Tuck your pelvis, roll it all the way up. Gather it in, lift, back hip coming forwards, and then take that lift to bring your thigh to your rib cage. Find the floor, tuck the toes, and take that big high lunge, making sure that we're really extending and sitting into the runner's lunge. Starting to rock. Option is to take your hands off while you're here in any configuration, whatever. Dab. Love to dab. Give me another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now that back leg's gonna stay where it is or slide up a little bit closer. We're gluing our ribs to our thigh and we straighten and bend. Optional flex, optional bend of the back leg to really juice out the underside of that front leg. Even though we can stay engaged like through all of our low backs as well, don't let that stop you from kind of almost like extending out through your tailbone. So see how my back is like really flat here? It's not like arched out. I can still flatten it out and send my like booty energy straight up behind me. So we have 2 straight legs. Zip it in. Find all of this business. And then the more you have that as you sit in your hamstring, the more spice you can like kind of wring out of these positions. Take another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands, slide that leg back. And now we're gonna be in our inverted V. If this gets hard on your shoulders, feel free to like take it, take a second. Now that circle that we did before, we're actually gonna come back to it. You can do this on your knees if being on a V is really challenging. So we're tucking our toes, we're pushing, we're trying to find that same push that we had before. Ground that bottom leg and try and extend the other leg behind you. You can take a first circle like just picking it up, turning it out to tap here and bring it back. Just try and find the balance. If that feels okay, you can start to bring it a little higher. If it doesn't look like this, don't worry. This took many years to like kind of figure out. What I'm interested in you finding is the way that you have to push through all of your limbs to stay really, really centered as you take these circles. If that felt okay, you're gonna take it all the way up and take big, juicy circles. So we're grounded, we're here, we lift, reaching, pushing through all our bodies, turn it out, tap, and back. Take one more. And then knees to the floor. Take a little circle in both directions. Same thing on the other side. Option 1, trace the floor as far as you can go. Option 2, maybe go a little higher. Notice how your opposite arm and opposite leg, you're gonna have to work extra hard to maintain that balance. So our legs are really heavy. And option 3, bring it all the way up, whatever that means to you. Making sure you're breathing. And trying to keep our ribs from exploding. You know, the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and next time you're all the way down. Knees down, find the floor. Circle it out. Okay. Good times. So if you do not have objects, again, please grab objects for this next section. It is a little gnarly, especially with your circles. I'm going to demonstrate from the front, but assume that my front foot is directly underneath my front knee. So for this lunge, it's going to look like this. If I was in my 90-90 and I took my runner's lunge and I did all this extension bullshit, wherever that back knee just kind of drops down is where we want to be. Untuck your toes. Here. So here. Yeah? Hands are on our objects. I'm gonna sit back for a second, remind all of this business to come forward, and we're gonna take a quick body roll. So we lift, we're walking forwards with our objects. And then the head comes forward, same body roll we do on our butts. Walk back, 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 back. Find the floor, and then re-lift, regather, re-lengthen all the way out over the front. Take another 10 seconds just for a quick round of this. Moving forwards or backwards, option that of the arms, either elbows or fully extended. We have another count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Frame your front leg, sit back over that back hip, rock out the hips. And square everything off. Toes back down, come back to your lunge, walk yourself back up, gather, and pull. Now, one of my hands is gonna come down towards the floor. That doesn't mean my hips get to like fully explode outwards. So I'm gonna put one hand down, hello. My other arm is gonna reach all the way out into my side bend. So I'm still driving my hips in opposite directions. Again, I think it's a little bit like more sensible for this arm to start like directly next to you and not like too far in front or too far behind. We're gonna take a whole circle, reaching around to the front, hello, and then reaching around to the back. Take one more. And then next time to the side, cartwheel all the way up, put your opposite hand on the ground, big juicy side bend, reach it around the front, and back. And next time you're in the side, stay there, big cartwheel side bend all the way up, frame the floor, find your front leg, and just flex and point. It's been through so much. Whenever you're ready, take 2 hands to the inside of that front leg, sweep it all the way around, and switch. Find your 90-90, extend runner's lunge to set it up, tap it down, untuck. Find your objects, arms, whatever, and then body roll, forwards, up, and back. For arms. You gotta count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Frame the floor, flex, rock out the hip. Again, the more you can send energy like out through your butt and your tailbone, by taking not a whole arch, but just enough of an arch to make your hamstring and underside of your leg feel all the feelings. All right, reset, square it up. So we did our back leg arm, the first side. We're gonna do the same thing this side. So I'm gonna find the floor, reach out, big side bend, make sure that my hips aren't splitting out to the side. Please take objects if you want them, and then reach it forwards and back. In the back, see how much you can square your shoulders to the ceiling so we don't get trapped in like this weird zone. So we want to try and make it get, even if that means we pop up a little bit, a little higher than we want to be, all the way to here, yeah? Take another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cartwheel all the way up through your side bend. Same thing on the other side, reaching it forwards, and all the way back and out. Do another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and side bend cartwheel. Hello, frame your leg, find the floor, just flex and point. Give it a moment of relief. Make your way back into your box. You have a number of options. We're gonna do 30 total seconds here. If you feel like you're ready to go into a full center split situation, you're welcome to take it. If you are like, I would like to be a frog today, please be a frog. Whichever one you're choosing, our hips are the center and our legs are straight out to the side. They're neither like in front of us nor behind us. What tends to happen is our bodies are like really smart. You wanna go where things are easy to like get further. So if I like do one of these, usually it's this, or I'm gonna have a hard time. From your frog, as you're sliding out or your center split, just take a little tuck and tilt of the pelvis on the way down, just to kind of find out like what is going on in your body, so like you can diagnose what you need to do to stay centered. Belly's in, backs are straight. Take a little squeeze, and just squeeze your outside butt to slide out. Walk your forearms down towards the floor to make your torso level with your pelvis, either in your frog or in your center split. If you're choosing center split, big toes pressed into the ground, flexing your feet to protect your knees. Now wherever you are, where arms are down, tuck and tilt. I'm gonna point because that makes my foot not tickle. And take a little rock, side to side. If you're in your frog, that next leg looks like this. Maybe your hip pops. If it doesn't hurt, don't worry too hard about it. And for our final thing, we're gonna walk 2 inches forwards, and 2 inches backwards. Finish split. Keep yourself squared towards the floor. See if you can control with your legs just as much as your arms. Sliding is a little more helpful for this. Go for another count of 4, 3, 2, whichever one you're choosing. If you're in a frog, bring your toes together. If you're in a center split, try to bring your toes together, and then sit back in your heels for a second. Become a dead bug. All right, full split town USA. So we're gonna start, in our regular lunge. Again, our back hip is chasing our front hip. I'm gonna say this forever and a day because it's true. Any of the options that we took, you can do like your little side bend, your circles, like your forwards, backwards. You can try and tuck your toes in your back leg and pick it up. You can try and kick your heel to your butt, fire up your hamstring extra. We didn't do a lot of that today, but if you know that option, take all options that you like. So we have our lunge. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna come back with the same way we came, so don't blow out all your strength quite yet. Front leg straight, back leg, hip forward, long spine, slide, 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 slide. 30 seconds are starting with 5, 4, 3, suck your chest again over your pelvis, 2, and 1. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hands on the floor, 3, 2, big push up or big push up. Super down your back butt, find a forward fold. 4, 3, 2, and let's go to side 2. Drive it up, back hip forward, front hip back. Extend that front leg, drive the heel to the ground and lift again. So we're coming from a nice strong stance. Long spine. Go, 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 go. Timer starting in 4, 3, 2, and 30 seconds. Hit me with that back butt. 4. That's halfway there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to the floor or up, drive it all the way up, and find a forward fold. And count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, hi guys. So many people just popped in. All right. So I have one final back bend option I'm going to give you. We're going to do the reach around entrance. If you have any other entrances you want to take, you're welcome to take them. Since we did 1,000 leg circles, we're going to take some leg circles and some like arm circles in our bridge. So we have our wheel, our standard wheel. We can also do this in this like camel stitch McGinch, but really just like the arms, just mostly the same as you did before. You're doing your wheel. Open your doorknob, hand comes down, not behind you, kind of next to you, so you have the space to push. Come all the way up, keep opening your doorknob. All the same things you did before. Plant 1, plant 2. If that's not working for you today, do a push-up, do a like waterfall, however you like to get to your bridge. Hands down, try to take equal weight into your hands and your legs. Your hands need to get a little bit wider than your arms to be able to find this scoop and broad shoulder blade situation. That's totally fine, feel free to take that. Now what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna take weight to all of our limbs, our nice strong limbs. We're gonna take one leg to the center, and then you can take that leg up, extend, and back down. If that's cool, you can try and take a whole circle. So you come up, bring it out, around, and trace. Take your couch, and try the same thing on the other side. Start with a tiny circle because that is medium spicy. In terms of your balance, your arms are gonna have to do a lot of work to do that. But thank you for the outfit compliment. Does anybody have any questions about that? Or you can also do the same thing with your arms. So, and your wheel. Start by just kind of like shifting the arm side to side, and then see if you can take one hand off. Maybe tap your thigh or your hip, and then back, and back and forth. Oh, hi Spain. Spain's in here. Now that I'm looking at the comments. Does that make sense? All right. Any final questions or things or anything you want to see before we are done? Oh, yay, good. Active flex party time. All right, since I have a minute left and 0 questions, here's a plug. So this is a donation class. If you have the means and want to like throw me a couple bucks, I would super appreciate it. Of course, you're not obligated. This is gonna run as long as I'm trapped inside, so we all don't go crazy. Right after this is a show called Let Them Eat Cake. So the Instagram handle for that is LTE Cake, C-A-K-E. And there's going to be a Zoom show, and I'm gonna do contortion in it. So you're gonna see what all of this actually sort of does. It's gonna be real goofy. It's gonna be a lot of other things. You're all gonna be amazing. That's it. Thanks for being here tonight. See you on Sunday at 3 p.m. The end. Bye.